Commissioners, your meeting is live.
Morning, welcome to the first meeting of the new year. You're gonna write 25 on that this year for this first month usually. Anyway, the January 5th meeting of the Riley County Commission. Please stand and join in the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Public comment? Anymore?
Okay, well, looks like it's been forever, but it's really only been a week, so, but we didn't meet until last year, so it has technically been a while, so I said still in there. Last Monday morning, post our meeting, I met with Eric Brown, from Putnam Construction. As you may be aware, they have offices here in Manhattan now. And he and others from the office are just meeting with local officials and other community partners to break the ice and just see what's coming up along the way on the horizon. We actually ended up taking it kind of easy for the New Year's holiday. Wasn't feeling all that great. Did have some friends pop into town, and we did have New Year's breakfast at the Chef, which is always good. It took a while to get in there. Whew. But it was worth it. It was totally worth it. So yeah. Let's see, Friday I worked on a couple of projects at home, just trying to get ready for the next couple of weeks. Felt like that was a good way to start off the new year, and then got a phone call. My aunt passed away Friday morning at the University of Louisville Hospital. She'd been kind of up and down through the holiday. Yeah, so on my mom's side, everybody on that side of the family is dropping like flies. So Saturday, watched the K-State men's game, lost number 10 BYU, 83-73. I felt like they had some chances, you know, if they could have just hit a few shots, got the momentum. I want to believe, but I don't know. I think we'll win some games we're not supposed to win, and we'll lose a few games in conference that we're not supposed to lose, and the chips will fall where they fall. So, and as already mentioned, Jacksonville beat Tennessee yesterday. That's always sweet for me, because the one year where they should have made it to the Super Bowl, they went 14-0 against everybody else and went 0-3 against Tennessee, including the championship game, which they fumbled in the second half. I don't know, maybe 25 years ago, but I still haven't that. Yeah. But they wrap up the number 3 seed in the playoffs. They'll host Buffalo Sunday afternoon. So probably tell what I'll be doing Sunday afternoon. So that's I don't know if anybody caught the sunrise this morning. Holy cow. Stepped outside, it was just bright orange. Like, I keep forgetting this time of the year you can usually catch those, but it was red orange. So yeah. I guess that says something. So that's all I got this morning.
I don't have a lot. I've been gone. I just got back Tuesday. Spent most of the holiday while I was with my daughter, but I had a bug that I caught on the airplane apparently, so I coughed most of it. Gave it to her. So it was just a lot of fun, but you know, the weather down there was pretty chilly. Yeah, not colder than here. So got back, we got caught up on a few things, and all the decorations are down, so it's time to start. So that's all I have.
I didn't really, haven't taken on decorations yet.
I solved that problem by just not putting anybody up. That problem solved. Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't know anything either. I said, mentioned that men's game was frustrating, just so close. And then, but the women's game was even more so yesterday. They had so many chances. It was an exciting game. I guess that's the first one I've seen this year, because I didn't had to keep track of who the people were.
That's a lot for the future, though, because they're young.
Yeah.
They got a lot of talent.
Yeah.
They really do.
And I heard something,
They're fast.
one of the youngest teams in the nation. Yeah, like,
They're fast and good ball handlers too. They really, it was exciting. That's all I had.
Ready for business commissioners? First time I'm having a motion to sign retail dealers in 2026 cereal malt beverage license for Darris LLC.
I'll make a motion to approve the cereal malt beverages for Dara's LLC.
I would second that.
Been moved and seconded to sign the retail dealers at 26 cereal malt beverage license for Darrett's. All in favor?
Aye.
Chair, please sign. Next, commissioners, need a motion to approve proclamation for America 250 Community Celebration.
Yeah, I would make a motion to approve the proclamation for America 250 Community Celebration.
And I'll second.
Been moved and seconded to approve the proclamation for America 250 Community Celebration. All in favor?
All three, please sign. Make a motion on relevant employee action plans for the Mariah Roman promotions as an appraiser to residential appraisal department, Krista Dix promotion as an appraiser to commercial appraisers department, Jenny Park Mitchell, new hire temporary as needed human resources system. Clerk's office.
I'll make a motion to approve the requested employee action.
I would second that.
Been moved and seconded to approve the requested employee action forms. All in favor?
And sign.
Oh,
Okay, those commissioners?
I wasn't here, but I would make a motion to approve the minutes from December 29th.
That was from last year, but I'll go ahead and second it.
It moved and seconded to approve the minutes of the December 29th meeting.
Tentative agenda for the commissioners. Any items for the next week's press conference? You have Mr. Henson, executive session, and that is on. You gonna give it a full time? Have you do?
Yeah.
Okay. Wide receiver coach, we had a wide receiver coach before. Yeah, offensive.
We're just missing this OC, aren't we?
Huh?
Offensive coordinator. That's all we're missing.
Yeah,
It's gonna be plumbing.
you, that's the one that question very well, that you put something to consider. All of.
I think one of the others, go. See, that's my guess.
Make the big.
Just the way things are going, who's getting. The
Huh?
way things have gone in some of these higher places. Seems like.
Got a. Defensive back, I guess, Parkinson saw that.
Might be getting a wide receiver that's from Texas A&M too.
Yeah.
His dad used to play here.
You see the Arkansas, that's Marcus, whatever his name came, he's the one that recruited that kid to Arkansas. He actually coached Logan, my son-in-law, his brother, younger brother, coached at Arkansas, was on the Arkansas staff with this guy. So he came here, Logan introduced him to us, because I guess that guy, that's Trevor. And said, oh, that's high standard. He said, I guess I'm gonna see which tree house is better. That was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Whoa. Then Arkansas starting over with the new coach. Sam Pittman was their coach and they let him go, and I think they had an interim, and I never
I know
heard.
Trevor's got Fletcher State right now. Fletcher State, the same conference with Cody Cut, the Dominion. Like
Leavenworth was on Cayman this morning. Big home field from top. He's running for Secretary of State.
yeah, he came and visited with me in the middle or beginning of last year, so the first meeting being the elections conference.
One interesting thing, he said, he was talking about things, some election things, and there's a thing he said. People were complaining about property taxes and said. State didn't do property taxes, even the city, county, and school boards do this. Says state can't do anything to stop taxes. They've got to pay attention. What he was saying is he must move all the elections to each years because he said participation is so low on city on the odd year elections. If you move them all in the same year, then you get them better.
I don't think it's changed.
And that was their reasoning for, remember, the city school used to be in the spring.
Yeah, we moved into
Part
fall,
of
so
the
everybody,
reasoning and logic was to move it to the fall because people are used to it in the fall.
Yeah.
That's why there's no much participation.
well, it's just what the early voting was to increase participation.
Yeah, it
And
never has, never.
people are gonna
has.
vote, are gonna vote, the ones that aren't.
As a Commissioner Bob Newsom said, because back then I consolidated and reduced a number of polling places in town, and got some grief over that, but it needed to be done. And Bob Newsom would say, public said, I don't care if there was one polling place in the county. Voting is important enough to me, I will get there to vote. The point is, if voting is important to you, you'll get
Find it, yeah.
spoon feeding everyone has not helped. Advanced voting did not increase participation in the and advanced by mail hasn't increased participation, which is really more convenient for those of us that are gonna vote in. That's all. And I support putting about advanced voting, but it hasn't increased participation.
The early voting might make it easier on the polling places, election day.
Well, that's the biggest benefit of this.
That
That
would
was
say
it's 2,000, we got ready to go to goals with people at an hour and a half wait. Here, I mean, they were having whole waits across the country. That's the biggest one.
Remember that.
Yes, but it takes pressure off our temporarily part-time trained election workers. Lack of parking, lack of facilities that aren't our facilities that you can control. That's what I'm beginning to look at in person. Sure, it takes the pressure off the polling place.
That's what. In 70. First time I voted. 72 or 74. 74 is off here. This one's 72. The polling place where we went to, it was right around the corner from my house. I didn't get in, I mean, they let everybody in, I just had to let everybody in the door and shut the door at 7 o'clock. You couldn't breathe, it was so packed full of people, they had us off in a different room, because when I got there, the line was halfway down the block. And
Yeah, he called, one of the staff members again.
Met with him once too.
This is just like very good this morning.
You're looking at
yeah,
Yeah, probably.
parts of it.
the Secretary of State's running. That's what it's the Secretary of State's running for governor.
Everyone is, aren't they?
Yeah, I realize that. Yeah, insurance commissioners running for governor, pretty much.
They say proper, that's huge.
Yeah.
So they're here in state, stating within, that is what causes problem. That's because he's the one, remember the one that said veterans should pay. See if I can push that a few years ago.
Zero, the zero. Yeah.
Yeah, it's. Or is he Senate?
Yeah, it's
Senate, I think he should, I think he should,
What
He's
is
a representative.
not representative? Bob?
Oh, yeah. Okay, now now I remember him.
then he came to one of our
Came to one of our
some-
meetings.
He did. Came to our legislature. We came to. He gave you guys a spiel on the whole veteran thing.
That's right.
Mhm.
Yeah, he wanted all veterans.
Mhm. And that's another thing Mr. Bob Newsom used to say, because everyone's always wanted to give the real estate tax break to the elderly or the veteran, the older, and Bob Newsom would say 80% of the wealth in America is in the retirement, the elderly. That's where the majority of their wealth is, and that's your tax.
An interesting thing.
It's true.
Yeah.
Have have the homestead that allows for those unlimited income tax break. And if you want to do more of that, to expand that, but you don't need to create this other. There's already.
Well, they did expand the homestead thing
Mhm.
a little bit. I was looking at that, but.
Yes, I have.
I know something I've ever been working with.
I had one prominent businessman told me 2 years ago, since retired. And rate me over the coals on how Shawnee County, I think it was city of Speaker, Shawnee County is giving. Real estate tax breaks to elderly over such and such an age. And so he sent me an email or whatever, so I just Googled what they're doing there. And the city was, and I said, well, here it is, and I called them, talked to him, because I didn't know him personally, I said, here's the deal, and here's the income limit. Well, that wouldn't help me. I was like, yeah. Yeah. You know, raking over the coals on why Riley County or City Manhattan, and stuff like that, well, they could, but you still wouldn't qualify.
Oh, never mind.
And somebody else is still gonna pick up the tab for you, even if you do. That's what everybody doesn't understand about them.
Problem is.
It doesn't just go away in the process, it gets made up by somebody else paying the difference.
I had a prominent businessman, all of you know in town, decades ago, that under our office, pulled up in his Porsche, handed us his homestead income tax form. That we had fun. It's really old. Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, probably. All others.
No, that would be, that'd be.
Things we see.
Yeah. I didn't realize that Kansas Farm Bureau was still on that building. That's the one that
Stadiums,
the state owns.
yeah. Well, they don't now. They sold it.
Yeah, it says Kansas Farm Bureau headquarters, AKA the building on Anderson.
Well, I mean, that's what it was known as.
Yeah, that's why.
That's it, you got to put it. It's,
Yeah, somebody was saying, well, I didn't even do a thing up there. Oh, there it is.
They kept talking about it when the project was already bid. And
Yeah, it was already bid.
I think Jeff Anderson, so.
Apparently, Kansas City. There's that one intersection right before you get to the airport. There are many big ones. There's Highway 49 comes into the everywhere that's.
No, no.
That's everything. That's what the part I was. Yeah, they were telling me it's such a mess. They can't do it. We're driving there and it's packed, so. Yeah, I didn't, and the guy was all upset. He said, no, it's around, they aren't so bad as they build.
Well, roundabouts in themselves aren't bad. Humans aren't good at operating in them. I'm tired of my roundabout being a stop sign. I'm like, what the heck? Because you see someone on the other side of the roundabout doesn't mean you need to stop.
The person that will sit there at the stop sign and wait till all the traffic from all directions goes through the roundabout.
The opposite problem was Commissioner Bob, like, and he was an airplane pilot, you know? And so I occasionally followed him and worked every once in a while, and we both go around the roundabout and go down this by McDonald's, and I said, you can treat that roundabout as a training exercise, don't you? Because it's Iron
Well, the other thing, four-way stops, I think, will work pretty well. But some places, there's people that don't pay attention, you know, they'll stop there and sit there. I mean, some people just pull up and go, and the other people pull up there and stop, and you're here for a that, you know, they wave everybody on because they're not sure how things going.
Well, most people they don't realize you have to yield to people already in the round.
The big thing is they just can't make them big enough You know, yeah, yeah, that's it.
I got to see from the other, yeah.
No, but
I got an email over the weekend from, Dick over there,
no,
or I put it up there. With. They were saying nothing necessarily, too shocked in the review over there.
I've got something I need to do this for. Maybe you got the same phone call, I don't know. Gentleman up north. Saying, Sherman County. What about, I don't know. When I'm bigger. I don't have any.
you know, I'm gonna, and I'm gonna bring it up at law. 2 weeks. How long did it take to get folks complaint about RCPD animal control? 10 o'clock, New Year's Day, I got a phone call.
They put something out on Facebook saying that they're taking control of it, but they're not actually doing it until the 5th or something today.
Because they didn't learn anything.
Yeah.
Until they didn't have them started, the new people didn't start. Yeah.
That's good.
Well, he called me and I called dispatch and he goes, no, something that. What she had said, they won't do it to dogs and cats. I said, that's not what it was, Told him, we're doing limited stuff because we don't have any people, you know.
Yeah.
And she had already called and complained to Sam. I said, can you call her back and explain? But I did tell her, I said, this is their first day. This is the first day on the job, you know, they're still learning.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're still, they gotta learn how to do.
It's gonna be a bit of a process, I'm sure.
They had to wait till the 1st because that starts their budget year.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. There's this one, right?
Yeah. Anyway.
But she did say, well, I hope they're better with the city because the city was terrible. I said, well, I hope so too.
That's one of those where people get really emotional about, I guess is the right term.
Yeah, I can see that.
And-
There's certain people.
Right, yeah, and so nothing you really do or how you approach it is gonna really do a lot.
Oh, I'm sorry. On the motion, I'm gonna head switch for the chair to be Boki. I don't know if that happens
Next Monday.
That's next Monday. So that is, you'll need to fix that, and that's all my motion too.
Just make sure we have no more executive sessions till after next Monday.
There you go.
I think the proclamation has the wrong.
I just want to say, till next Monday, so you can,
So I get to do.
yeah, so he can
Okay.
sign it away.
Did it do that automatically?
What's that?
Did it make that change automatically?
No, I made that change. I was trying to be ahead of the game. You are.
Overthinking it, yeah.
You.
I did the same thing, I think, on the proclamation, unfortunately. We'll see if I may have. Thinking, aha, it's good.
No, it just said share,
You said share?
member,
Okay,
but we got that part fixed for you, you're good.
thanks, good looking out.
Well, I didn't remember either. I had to look ahead.
But it does say on the agenda reorganization,
Yeah, I think
but not on this one, it's on next Monday's. Oh, yeah. I'll move that the county commissioners, including Chairman McKinley, Vice Chair Oki, and Commissioner Ford, with Jacob Hansen, County Councilor, and Michael Hawthorne, Assistant County Councilor, attorneys for the commission, recess into executive session for legal consultation regarding personnel matters and exception to the Kansas Open Meetings Act. The open meeting to resume the commission chamber at 9:20 a.m.
I would second that.
It's been moved and seconded for the county commission to recess into executive session for reasons previously stated in the attorney-client consultation exception to the Kansas Open Meeting Act. All in favor?
Aye.
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 And commissioners, your meeting is live.
Okay, I'm gonna move that the Board of County Commissioners come out of executive session.
I would second that.
Been moved and seconded, the board come out of executive section, all in favor?
Aye. Also move that the record reflect no binding action was taken during the executive session.
I would second that.
Moved and seconded, the record reflect no binding action is taken during executive session, all in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, let's move forward. Go back to it.
I don't know, I can't see here. That's okay.
Go down.
We're down.
There we go. There we go. Okay, so Commissioners, Elizabeth Ward, Human Resources Director, and I'm here to just present the final draft, well, hopefully final, I guess I should say, the most recent draft update to the compensation for travel and study policy. You saw this in your packets. The only thing that has been changed since the last time you saw it is the highlighted portion, which talked about the compensation for study specifically. And so when we came the last time, you had directed that we would remove pay for study outside of a regular work schedule. This verbiage still allows for a department head to potentially flex hours if study is during the day of their regular schedule while getting their work done. That would be left up to the department head, but there wouldn't be pay outside of their regular work. So there wouldn't be overtime, and there wouldn't be like a flexible schedule arranged for that. Other than that, I don't think you had questions. You maybe have thought of something since then, but the rest of it remains as you had seen it previously. And so I guess I would stand for any questions, and then I'm asking you if this is appropriate to resolve and put into policy.
Anything simply,
No.
I think that is.
you've looked at it a couple of times.
Yes, yeah.
Fine tuning it.
Yeah, the department head said, I thought we were done with this. A couple of them said, what are you actually presenting? I said, oh, well, this is just the final version, so. To be honest, this is one similar to Jacob's comment earlier that I put off over the holidays because I just thought we just had talked about it enough. Yeah.
Okay, we don't have anything else on this particular item.
Okay.
I'm going to make a motion to approve the compensation for travel and study time policy.
I would second that.
Been moved and seconded to approve the compensation for travel and study time policy, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Commissioners. Vivian, where was the attachment that you had up? For the, okay, all right.
Should be right below you.
Here, this one. Is this it?
Oh, did I not?
This one. There we go. Go. Thanks. Thank you.
Your press conference at 9:30, also discussed last time the change in the chamber policy breakfast. I believe you all received that email.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be the third Thursday of the month, coffee starting at 8. There's no speaker or anything, it's just general discussion. It's up to the board. I don't think it's worth going to, but.
I would probably consider it if it was a little bit early, but being so close to, I know we
Yes,
come in at
but-
9 that day anyway, but yeah, it's.
So not participate, go to start our meetings at 8:30 on those. And I think all of you received that email regarding the Lawrence Welk letter. Everyone okay with just not doing anything with that?
Yeah, I don't even know how he found us.
I'd say it was just.
Jason and Mike is it? Yeah.
Sure, there's a few out here.
Okay, Brittany doesn't.
I remember the show, but
Well,
Yeah,
that-
Lawrence Welk.
and I need to give myself extra bonus points. I remember it in black and white too.
they do have reruns for Lawrence from well.
Yes. TBS.
Yes, yeah.
It's low.
I have never watched because we had to watch it when I was a kid.
Yeah, it wasn't exciting to see it.
No.
He had such a unique voice too and presentations. I
can just see it right now.
ran on that show.
Was it, remember the Lennon sisters were on there?
Yeah.
When I was a kid, and we had talent shows in Atwood, and we had a parody of the Lennon sisters, and it was the Schoenberger twins, my sister, me, and I was the little girl in the front. We kept winning the talent shows. That's all I remember about them. Oh, gee.
Might be interesting.
They heard. No.
Picture maybe, leave it alone, but.
Yeah, maybe Friday morning is what they're saying. Mostly rain on Thursday and then, yeah, it just kind of depends on where that temperature hovers at.
Right. I'd actually be getting to winter.
Yeah.
What was it, a year ago today, we had a huge.
Yes, you're doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Sit down. That's when you get.
It's one of those days where everybody really realized the importance of public works. I made it very clear.
Having your own social.
Yes.
But I see it right, they are not paid.
They're not.
No, not games. Couldn't find a single one.
Just gotta stay away from buildings and flammable stuff. Works great on pavement. We'll get it taken care of. The only thing about that is sometimes if you blow it, you blow it right into the wind. You're basically just breathing everything that you're blowing around, so it's
Building up.
It's kind of like, I guess, it's like you're trading one for the other there. Well, no, it's nice and clean, but you know, I have to deal with the allergies for a couple of days. And the first day of work, I guess, so here's a kid. It's like, maybe it's also.
He gets out there and blows some Boston guys on the other side that have trees. Most of them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Say no. It's the simple things that I can. It's pretty easy. Make it.
And if not.
You love some. Well, the first one was, you had Marshall first, put that Marshall Roselle on the list, and he's not going to read it, but. Huh? Okay, so that's what I thought, I assumed that. Come up here, we get the. This is about the America 250 Community Celebration. Whereas the year 2026 marks 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence and the founding of the United States of America, a milestone that invites reflection on our nation's history, values, and shared civic ideals. And whereas America 250 is a nationwide commemoration that encourages communities to honor the enduring principles of freedom, opportunity, service, and self-government that have shaped our nation for 250 years. Whereas the Riley County community has a long tradition of working together to strengthen civic life, preserve local history, celebrate culture, and create opportunities for learning, creativity, and connection. And whereas the America 250 celebration in our community is intended to bring people together across generations, backgrounds, and interests to recognize the many ways our shared American story continues to be written. And whereas successful commemoration depends on collaboration among local governments, educational institutions, cultural organizations, business, nonprofit groups, and residents working together toward a shared purpose. And whereas we encourage all residents to participate in ways that are meaningful to them through learning, service, creativity, storytelling, and gathering with neighbors to celebrate the enduring American spirit. Now, therefore, be it resolved that we, the Board of County Commissioners of Riley County, do hereby proclaim 2026 as a year of America 250 community celebrations and affirm our support for collaborative, inclusive, and community-centered efforts that honor our past, celebrate the present, and inspire our future. You have any comments? Ed?
If I may. Thank you, Commissioner McKinley, and thank you, commissioners. I just have Catherine Hetzler, Director of the Riley County Historical Museum. And I am one of the committee members on the Local America 250 Committee. This celebration is also known as a semi-quincentennial. So we're very grateful that at a national level it was decided America 250 because it's a whole lot easier to say, spell, and
Easier to make hashtags too.
absolutely. So we have adopted that same term, America 250, here locally. Our committee encompasses community members and representatives from both Riley County and Manhattan. And so you will see marketing coming out from that group with that marketing. If you are on that committee, would you mind either stand and raising your hand? I do want to thank you for your service to our community during this really important year where we have a lot of events and programs that will be introduced very soon. But I also want to recognize why we are here today. Thank you for issuing this proclamation and encouraging our community to pay attention to what's going on with our history. But also, this is the first official America 250 event or activity that is occurring in our community. So it's kind of a landmark as well. So I also want to just mention that this year, as we celebrate, maybe recognize and reflect some of America's core values. And those are the power of the people, a nation founded on creed as built on the self-evident truth that all men are created equal and endowed with inalienable rights. We also have strength and diversity. And this year, may we recognize that and reflect. We also honor service and sacrifice, and that could be through military, through government service as elected officials, through educators and volunteers, whether it's at a federal level, state level, or even just locally here in our community. It's all valuable. It's all part of the American story. And also that we're looking towards our future. The semi-quincentennial, or America 250, is framed not just as a look back to our history, but also it's important to understand where we came from, but a bold step forward to inspire a renewed sense of purpose and hope. Just as there were challenges in our past and in our history, the journey still lies ahead. May 2026 be a year that we reflect on our pasts, strengthen our love of country, and renew our commitment to democracy. We invite the community to join us in the America 250 celebration ahead. And commissioners, thank you very much for this proclamation today.
Thank you.
Members of the committee, would you join us in a quick photograph, if you don't mind?
If you're on the committee.
Yeah. Smushed together, just
Smushed together.
Yeah.
So we can turn sideways. Just where we go. Daniel, you might need to do the cheerleader.
Might need to angle your shoulders towards the middle and kind of just scrunch it back. That's good. Oh, great. Thanks for doing that. Can you scooch over? Great. Look, there's a big gap. Yeah, 3, 2, and cheese. Is this an iPhone? It is. Oh, can't do this way. No, we're getting it. I heard, thank you so much. You're out.
Since I haven't been able to. Next meeting. I'll look see if I can find that. Sure. Say, the absentee committee member. Thank you for involving.
Oh, yeah. No.
This is my.
Well, that's important.
These have become so rash and 2 week and frown. Sarah. They don't seem to say freedom anymore. They try adjusting them.
After a while, you just had to
Too long.
couldn't do it anymore.
For sure. Get it.
Sir.
I brought some.
Okay, there's one back to these. Is it? Yeah, if it's an hour, so you'll want myself, well, it's just one left now.
Oh, David, by the way, because the audio in this big room, we hold it and.
I was hoping, because it's like. I project.
It'll be 1 hour, so it's important.
And Arizona.
I think it's Arizona on the weekend, isn't it?
Arizona, yes.
Yeah, they're number one.
Use that all.
Goes down, I'm paying attention to that, and so we have a new temporary chambers.
It was storage. It was EMS storage.
Certainly.
If we get 50, big, that'd be a.
No way of seeing that.
I never say that, that's my goal. No, Wednesday nights at her, so.
I just, we show some signs sometimes, and I just think. You could just figure out a way to have a little bit better defense and just consistency would be okay. I'm gonna keep hoping, I guess. What else do I have?
It seems live or die by the threes. If we're making threes, we're there. If we're not, we're not make them.
Yeah, and there's no in between, so, yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna move it to county commissioners, including Chairman McKinley. Vice Chair Foking, Commissioner Ford, with Jacob Hansen, County Councilor, and Michael Hoffman, Assistant County Councilor, attorneys for the commission, and David Cooper of Fisher Patterson, Saylor and Smith, recess into executive session for legal consultation regarding personnel matters, an exception to the Kansas Open Meetings Act, with the open meeting to resume in the county commission chamber at 10:40 a.m.
I would second that.
It's been moved and seconded for the county commission to recess into executive session for reasons previously stated under the attorney-client consultation exception to the Kansas Open Meeting Act. All in favor? Aye.
Commissioners, the meeting is live.
Let's get it down. I'm gonna move that the Board of County Commissioners come out of executive session.
I would second that.
Been moved and seconded, the Board of County Commissioners come out of executive session, all in favor?
Aye.
No binding. I move that the record reflect no binding action was taken during the executive session.
I would second that.
Been moved and seconded, the record reflect no binding action was taken during executive session, all in favor?
Aye. Then I will make a motion that we need to recess as the Board of County Commissioners.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and take.
We're gonna do this one so they can.
Yeah, recessing for the health department.
Oh, recess as the health. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I misunderstood what you said. Okay.
Okay, I'll try that
Right, yeah.
again. That's all right. I'm gonna make a motion that we recess as the Board of County Commissioners and convene as the Board of County Health.
Second that.
And moved and seconded that we recess as the Board of County Commissioners, convene as the Board of Health. All in favor?
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm Jan Scheideman. I am the supervisor of the Raising Riley program at the Riley County Health Department. I'm here to present to you our application for our fiscal year 27 ECBG grant that you have always graciously helped us with. We've been around since 1999. And have in the process, we've provided childcare training, incentives, and quality improvement systems, child and program assessments, and childcare scholarships for families up to 185% of poverty. One of the most important things that we do is the provision of the scholarships for families that meets the risk factors established by the block grant. These scholarships help families provide their children with the opportunity to attend quality early learning environments with approved licensed providers while remaining in the workforce or completing their education. Raising Riley also provides parent education opportunities for Riley County families. We've, through collaboration with the local USD 383 school system, we provided the Camp Kindergarten for the past 10 years. This is a program that provides quality transitional experiences for children without prior preschool or formal childcare who are entering kindergarten in the fall. Emphasis is placed on familiarizing the children with the basic expectations for kindergarten. And this program has received endorsements from school administrators, teachers, and parents. We also provide professional development for childcare providers and colleagues in the early learning community. Additionally, Raising Riley collaborates with the Riley County programs, family childcare providers and centers, social services and community organizations, Kansas State University, USD 383, Manhattan Ogden, USD 378, Riley County, and USD 384, Blue Valley Randolph, DCF, Infant Toddler Service, and Casito, and Child Care Aware. Our fiscal year 27 goals include advocacy for early childhood, collaboration, continued collaboration, public-private partnerships, which includes our family childcare and center-based childcare providers, ongoing program and needs assessments, and sustainability. The Children's Cabinet and Trust Fund administers the Early Childhood Block Grant. The staff of the Raising Riley program reviewed the fiscal year 2026 program and budget information and are requesting from the ECBG grant $975,083 for fiscal year 27 proposal. That's an increase from the previous years. We requested $911,787,000. So we're hopeful. Sorry, I got my pages stuck together. The fiscal impact of this request. The fiscal year starts July 1st, 2026 and runs through June 30th of 2027. The ECBG sets an expectation for contribution of financial resources from the community, and Riley County has always been the source for this funding since the grant's original award. And for that, we are very grateful. We are requesting your support in the amount of $126,195. This is about a 30% reduction from the $185,000 that we requested last year. ECBG funds support personnel costs and a large portion of our scholarship. The match funds that we're requesting from Riley County will support a portion of the scholarship funding, as well as provider professional development, kindergarten staffing and supplies for that program, and other various and assorted expenses of a program that needs to be there for it to operate. Riley County will receive $72,229 for indirect costs from the grant. Of course, my recommendation is we request permission to submit the grant application to the Kansas Children's Cabinet and Trust Fund as presented, and we're hoping that you will approve. Anybody have any questions for us?
We're going to make a motion to approve for staff to proceed with the submitting of the grant application to the Kansas Children's Cabinet and Trust Fund.
I would second that.
It's been moved and seconded to approve staff to proceed with submitting a grant application to the Kansas Children's Cabinet Trust Fund.
Aye.
Thank you. And Commissioner McKinley, did you get a letter for us? Oh,
Sure.
please.
Oh, they're not doing DocuSign. Oh, this is something different. It's not KDH.
It's just saying that, yeah.
Yeah. Usually everything from the state from you guys is different DocuSign. They don't-
Yeah.
Oh, I think so. We'll get into the-
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a motion to recess as the Board of County Health and reconvene as the Board of County Commission.
Second that.
Been moved and seconded to recess the Board of Health and to reconvene as the Board of County Commissioners. All in favor?
Aye.
Go ahead and move once again, the county commissioners, including Chairman McKinley, Vice Chair Foki, and Commissioner Ford, with Jacob Hansen, County Councilor, and Michael Hawthorne, Assistant County Councilor, attorneys for the commission, and David Cooper of Fisher Patterson, Saylor, and Smith, recess into executive session for legal consultation regarding personnel matters, an exception to the Kansas Open Meetings Act, continuation of the executive session that was held at 9:40 a.m., and the open meeting to resume in the commission chamber at say 20 minutes, so 11:10 a.m. Okay.
I would second that.
That's almost like,
Thanks. It's been moved and seconded for the county commission to recess into executive session for reasons previously stated under the attorney-client consultation exception to the Kansas Open Meeting Act. All in favor?
aye.
And commissioners, your meeting is live.
Yeah.
We're back.
Yeah, this.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. It's not the same thing, so I'll need to see.
Just move the.
Okay. I'm with the Board of County Commissioners to come out of executive session.
I would second that.
Moved and seconded, the Board of County Commissioners come out of executive session, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And I'll also move that the record reflect no binding action was taken during the executive session.
I would second that.
Okay.
It's been moved and seconded, the record reflect no binding actions taken in executive session. You get one of these.
Okay. Okay, then I'll move the county commissioners, including,
Much fun.
I can just had a quick question to clarify the last one, since we moved to go until 11:10, but we didn't come out until 11:15. What's the best way to handle it?
Oh, we didn't. Okay, just mark it. Did you notice anybody that came in the building?
It was just staff out.
Okay, let's just note that in the minutes, right 5 minutes over, note the fact that nobody came in.
Just send to Cindy, I didn't want to word it. I just want to be sure we got it correct. No,
Good catch.
someone will notice. And
I thought it
It's timekeeper, and I didn't.
I said that to Viv, didn't I?
so you're saying 10 minutes on this one?
Yeah, I'll do two.
So if you would just get us send you the info, how you want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, we'll just make it 11:30.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna move the county commissioners, including Chairman McKinley, Vice Chair Foki, and Commissioner Ford. We have Jacob Hansen, County Councilor, and Michael Hawthorne, Assistant County Councilor, attorneys for the commission, recessed into executive session pursuant to the attorney-client consultation exception to the Kansas Open Meetings Act regarding pending litigation, and the open meeting to resume in the county commission chamber at 11:30
I would second that.
It's been moved and seconded for the county commission to recess into executive session for reasons previously stated under the attorney-client consultation exception, the Kansas Open Meeting Act. All in favor?
Aye.
Commissioners, your meeting is live.
Okay. Mr. Board of County Commissioners come out of executive session.
I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded, the Board of County Commissioners come out of executive session, all in favor?
I'll also move that the record reflect action shall be taken consistent with the consensus reached in executive session.
Second that.
Been moved and seconded, the record reflect action shall be taken consistent with the consensus reached in executive session, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I don't have anything else. It's too early in the year.
We're gonna wrap up.
Oh, I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. My calendar's already filling up, so. I guess with that said, then I'll go ahead and make a motion that we adjourn the January 5th meeting of the Rhode Island County Commission.
Second that.
Been moved and seconded to adjourn the January 5th meeting in the Raleigh County Commission, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.